Hey there, it's Michelle with Michelle Hayes Studio, and today I'm here with Crystal Brandt. Welcome, Crystal.
Thanks, love.
So, Crystal is a clarity coach for undercover creatives coming out of hiding and perfectionism. And also, I'd like to add, she is a self-care queen. So, that's what we're going to kind of talk today about, self-care and creating a beauty practice. So, I'm so excited to talk with Crystal. She is just an amazing woman, and she came into a photo shoot last year, and I just was like, this woman is glowing from the inside out. Like, I need to know what she is doing. And so welcome, Crystal.
Thank you, Michelle. I love what you're creating. I'm so honored to be a part of it. This is
Aw.
so like what makes me sparkle in my life. So I'm
Mm.
so excited to bring more women into this conversation.
Yeah, right? Just to have
Hmm.
these conversations and spreading the sparkle and beauty.
Yes.
So so I want to start with when you came into my studio when we had this fun shoot, and I was kind of starting to discover self-care, the whole idea of self-care, really actually backing it up to self-love, and that's under the umbrella of self-love. And I was just kind of like, I need to like strip it down. So I was really kind of understanding what self-care meant to me. And so when you came in, I was like, this lady knows how to take care of herself.
That I do.
And yeah, and so it really showed. You really came in and was like, this is my body temple, and I take really good care of it. So why don't you tell us about how you got to that point, your journey, and what you do?
Happy to. So actually I see my picture right there on the right side of you
Oh
or
my
left
gosh. I
side of
mean,
you.
if this doesn't say glowing goddess who loves
Hey,
her
I want to flirt
body
with her.
temple, then I don't know what does, Like,
That's literally like my favorite photo from the
ah,
shoot. Oh, I love it.
totally. In your eyes, the connection. I mean, such a pleasure to shoot, like you really
Thank
brought it.
you.
Yeah.
And I was so held by you the entire time. I mean, you created such a safe space for me to go there. And for that photo shoot, it was such a testament, and I set the intention for it to be for me.
Oh, because it was a boudoir session.
It was a boudoir session. Like
So
it was
yeah.
the first experience I had of any kind of being in my lingerie with any other human other than a romantic partner. Right? Especially a
Thank
woman.
you.
So that was like an edge too. Right. But we just like fell into this comfort zone with each other. And we were really, I mean, you just like elicited more out of me. I felt more safe and comfortable. And I came in knowing that this was a gift from myself
Mm.
and a form of my own self-care.
Mm.
Right.
Wow.
So this was a moment in time captured for me to celebrate me on my journey of where I was. Like I have so many memories attached to that time in my life.
Wow.
And so now that's a gift I'm going to take forward for myself. I mean, I purchased the book and everything. It was like such a special gift for myself.
I love it.
And just over the years, I've come to a place of really recognizing the importance of slowing down,
Mm-hmm.
sinking in to my sensuality as a woman, really like starting to get curious about my body and going slower, with like putting lotion on. And really what it came down to is, we came up with mothers who did it all. They were amazing. I sincerely have no idea how they managed all of it.
I know. Like
My mom had 3 young girls in dance and like baseball, basketball, like all of the things. And she never skipped a beat. And I also watched her like really, struggle when we moved out. And I noticed that she put so much energy and love into us.
Yeah.
And all I kept asking myself, I came to this point of like, if she's taking care of so much of us, who's taking care of her?
Right. Yes.
Right.
Those were our models of,
Right.
how to take care of yourself as a woman.
Yeah, and they were incredible at it. And I also I got to a point of just really recognizing for myself in one of those like come to Jesus moments or like so dark night of the soul of like, if I don't take exquisite care of myself first, how can I expect anyone else to do that for me
Right.
as well?
Oh, I love it. Exquisite care.
Exquisite
Sounds
self-care.
so lovely.
Ooh, right. It just like, it's luxurious.
It's luxurious.
It's special. Right. And it's something that I get to cultivate and create for myself. And so that's when my commitment to my self-care really began. And that was about 6 years ago or so. Okay. And it's evolved over time, but I started so simple. I was in a corporate job. I was way overgiving to everyone else in my life. I was burning out. My body was breaking down. I felt like I was an 80-year-old body at age 26 or 25.
Wow.
And I'm like, well, something's got to give, right? And so I started slowing down, and I, started really small and simple with just easy ways of, I use the lotion example, like slowing down there. I started making time for myself the way I was making time for everyone else. I would actually book in self-care time into my calendar.
Booking in self-care time, like what a concept,
Right. I mean, we're so easy.
Yeah.
Right. We give our time away so easily. We give our energy away so easily. And then we expect people to give that in return when we're not even giving it to ourselves.
Right. It's very important. Yeah. And we don't think it's necessary,
yeah.
Especially, moms, entrepreneurs, we're doing all these things. And I think maybe we have this idea that if we slow down, if we stop, it's like a weakness, that we're not like continuing to go and power through. And so, no, I don't want to stop. That's how I felt coming out of New York City, and like, I just got to power through.
Yeah.
And it wasn't working. I mean, I was not taking the time, just even the littlest amount of time to, like you said, intentionally rub the lotion on yourself,
Yeah, just slowing down. And, I even had a moment a couple weeks ago when I was really revving up with my business, and I'm focusing a lot of time and energy. And then I literally heard the thought in my head of like, self-care is a luxury right now. And I'm like, whoa. I knew things were way out of whack for me when that old frame of mind popped up. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't care what's going on in my world. My number one priority is making sure that all of my needs, desires, and wants are taken care of in the ways that I can take care of them, because that's the only way that I'm going to show up as powerfully as I know I can with my clients and be the leader with them that I know I'm born here to be. Right. And I show up as a better friend. I show up as a better lover to my man. Like, I show up better for myself. It pays dividends. And so while we think it's counterintuitive to make time for ourselves because we have everything else going on, it is actually the most intuitive nature that we're completely ignoring and severing ourselves away from. We're actually bringing more of our feminine energy and that slowness, that intuitive nature, that receptivity to slow down, to get the wisdom that we're needing, and to really take care of ourselves the way that we innately know how, but we've been conditioned out of our whole life.
Conditioned out of, yes. So it's really kind of reconditioning ourselves to go back, listen to ourselves, fill ourselves up so we can show up better in every part of our lives.
Yeah, we cannot give from an empty cup.
No, we've all heard
There's nothing to give.
We don't listen to it. We don't believe it, and it's so true. That's amazing. Okay. So what about the women who are just like, I don't have time. That's a luxury, like, self-care. And we kind of think of those, luxurious acts of like going to get a massage, and those are amazing. And that's, a great form of self-care, but it's not necessary. I kind of think of that as kind of luxury, where it's like, I can give myself a pedicure, but I'm going to have someone else do it for me. Be that luxurious.
You can create, so it's really, it comes down to how you want to feel. So, for example, getting a massage, like, that feels luxurious, that feels delicious, that feels feminine, right? That feels relaxing and calming. So with those 5 feelings, if the budget doesn't allow for a massage this month, well, how can I still feel all of those feelings doing other creative things? I feel luxurious, delicious, calm, peaceful, relaxed when I go down to the ocean. We both live here in Southern California. Yeah. So I actually I choose to feel those ways by going down to the ocean or getting myself a green juice, right? Treating myself to a green juice, something like that. And even moving my body, like, you and I we love to dance, right? So like, put on your favorite sassy, sensual, slow. If you want to follow my Spotify playlist, they are amazing for that. They're
I love
slow, they're
it.
sexy, they're hot, and you can just like, like just delicious, feel your body.
Totally
So
instant way of feeling those
yes.
emotions. I mean, it's instant.
And that's a 4-minute song. So try
Right.
and tell me that you don't have 4 minutes. You're listening
Yeah.
to, the news and the commercials and in your
On
car. Like,
Facebook, scrolling,
right. 4 minutes on Facebook is like, wait, that went by so fast.
There's no such thing as 4 minutes on Facebook. Yeah.
Right. There's usually 45 minutes. So if you can make 45
Right.
minutes, you might as well just design your life to be in accordance for how you want to feel.
Mm.
And then squeeze in little, drops of it throughout your day, right? A song here, or
Love it.
prepping your dinner a little bit early, just cutting vegetables with like a podcast interview on.
Yes.
Like those are so nourishing to me, those small ways throughout the day where I get to connect to myself. I get to expand the ways that I want to feel and really just tune into me.
Tune into yourself. I love the sprinkling in, because also we kind of think like, oh, I have to set aside a whole day or half a day for this self-care. But really it's like, who has time for that? But the sprinkling in is so much like doable and simple. So
it's so doable. And we do have time for that if we so choose it. So I talk with my clients a lot about creating feminine flow days or creating self-care days. It doesn't even have to be a full day, but my God, like giving yourself a stretch of a span of time on your calendar with not a single thing scheduled.
Right.
And letting yourself deepen into that intuitive knowing and letting yourself flow through the day. That could look like not leaving your bed the entire day because you've been so exhausted and overworking yourself.
Yes.
But if you can spend that time in bed, really, truly not feeling guilty about resting, but letting yourself sleep, reading a delicious book. I mean, I just ordered 2 books that I am so excited to dig into. Right?
Yes.
Or put some sensual music on, light some candles and have a slow dance party, or like, just like slowly massage yourself. I mean, this stuff is nourishing for the soul. And then when you take that day to yourself, watch how you show up and are able to feel the next day from having given yourself that span of time to just be.
To just be. So good. So good.
Mm-hmm.
And what about, so we're talking about finding our own beauty and really kind of not really listening to all that, I'd like to say, noise out there that's telling you like how to be, how to look. We're kind of going back to like looking at what you think is beautiful about yourself. And I think that really, when you have that foundation of self-care and getting back into your body and really knowing your body and appreciating your body, it's so much easier to know, like, oh, this is what I find beautiful about myself.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So we're conditioned to source so much external validation for what's beautiful. That's exactly why we're even in this conversation, because it is a toxic mindset that all of us, modern women in the Western world have grown up amidst. We take in this information subconsciously throughout our days, and we have for the past, 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Yeah, we're constantly bombarded every single day.
Totally. And so that's when, my version of self-care is shutting off the radio. I don't even want to hear it. Like, I don't even want to hear about how your beauty product, like I will use my intuition to guide me to the product if I need a product, and you better believe it'll be natural, right? Because I don't want to be taking in, that's part of my self-care is I want to treat my body the way it is divinely, like this divine vessel for this gift flowing through me even in this moment.
Yeah.
I want to treat this vessel with the highest quality products from nature. And I'll let my intuition guide me to those things rather than taking it from the outside in. So when we're talking about our own personal beauty, if we don't slow down to appreciate what it is that we love about ourselves, and I promise you, you can find one in this moment.
Yes.
Oh,
always.
If you find one, dare yourself to find another.
Oh, dare yourself
to find dare yourself to find another. And I mean, it is the greatest revolution. It is the greatest rebellion to love yourself these days.
Right? Yes.
You want to be a rebel in the world. You want to make a difference. Love yourself.
Oh my gosh.
Learn just one small thing.
Yeah. Because we're so conditioned to not be those rebels, not love ourselves, just kind of like fall in line, use the products that they're telling us. And it's just like, be a rebel. listen to yourself. What does your body need?
Yeah. It's rebellious in nature. And then we also want to watch too. I say that word. And then we also can put a lot of energy to like pushing away from the thing rather than eliciting from the heart space, from the intuition to pull you towards those things. So just let your intuition, let your pleasure, let your joy pull you towards the things in yourself that you love, and dare to celebrate them. Celebrate. I have a text group with my friends, right? And we love celebrating with each other. Like, oh my God, I just got my hair done. I look fabulous. Wow.
Let's see that picture. Let's see that selfie. Yeah.
Right. Like send her that selfie. Right.
Yeah,
so
celebrate it.
Women.
Yeah. And then also show it to the world. You know, we're not so used to like, okay, yeah, maybe we'd celebrate ourselves and we look good, but what's wrong with showing it to the world? I mean, I think we need to do more of that.
And people feel the energy difference. So if you're coming from an ego place of sourcing that from outside, then it feels like a turnoff because energetically it's like, it's grabby. You're needing something from other people.
Yeah.
We may not know that consciously, but we're feeling it on the energetics of it. And if we come from that place of like, I am so proud of this picture. I feel radiant. I feel so good. And I'm going to celebrate myself in that way by sharing my beauty with the world. Not in a way that I need the celebrations, but isn't it so much more fun to celebrate myself with people that I love?
Yes.
And come from that energy. I mean, you will get like, you go girl, like all over the place.
Totally. And that is what I want for all these women to come in and see these beautiful pictures, have their beautiful picture and be like, oh, I just want to celebrate this. Like,
exactly.
That's my wish for all women that come into my studio.
Exactly.
So Crystal, I know we can talk about this subject for hours and hours and hours, and it's so fun. And I think we need to have more of these conversations, honestly. So thank you so much for what you do, stepping and being that leader and showing women what it is to step into your power and shine that light. I mean, you were just like radiating it. So thank you so much. You're such an example, you know, and inspiration.
Thank you.
So where can we find you? What are you up to these days? I know what you're up to and I love it, you know, but
oh my gosh.
More of what you're doing, because I want, you know, every woman to like know what you're up to.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited to share. So several different things. So Michelle and I actually did a Systems Are Sexy session together, and the Systems Are Sexy, I dance the line between linear and non-linear really well. So the super creative and out there and flowing all over the place. And then also the super linear, like next orderly plan. And I know for a lot of creatives, that's a point of struggle when it feels overwhelming. Things are scattered. I don't know where to start with their creative projects or, you know, how to put their soul in their life and their work. And so the sexy systems are sexy because they allow us so much ease. If we don't have to be focusing our attention on like, okay, what's next? What's next? But then in the name of self-care, create a very simple step by step in that moment of chaos or overwhelm and know exactly what to choose in that moment that feels the way you want to feel and that will nourish you from the inside out. That's why systems are sexy in my world. So we put it together, a self-care system for you.
And this is why I'm here. I mean, I can attest to that. I mean, I am one of those artists that just get overwhelmed and, you know, overwhelmed and what's the next step? And you just brought it back down, you know, and the foundation of the self-care, you know, made them sexy. And here I am today with this program that, you know, we're talking about. So.
Girl, so proud of you. It's so incredible, the clarity that you're able to free up when you're not like, you know, reaching for all of the things. So systems are sexy. I do that with my clients. If that's something you're interested in, message me on Facebook. Find me on Facebook, Crystal Brandt. That's a main way. I'm doing Facebook Lives every day. And the next thing that's coming up is the Courage of Ease Women's Group Program. So I'm starting another round of this incredible program where we focus in on how to move through transformation with as much ease and grace and power as possible. How do we heal our money relationship so that we can align with money as the abundant source that it is? And also, how do we come together with sisterhood and bringing more of our feminine energy forward in a safe way and open our hearts up to women where we've just had so much heartbreak with women in the past.
Yeah.
How do we transcend that and move that beyond and heal that?
Okay, we're back. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Crystal, you were talking about your Courage of Ease program, which is amazing. So you're going to start the next round.
Yes. The next round is starting in a few weeks. So if that's something that lights you up and it feels called to you, feel free to message me. I would love to hop on the phone to see if it's a good fit for you. And then the other really exciting thing that's being birthed in my world is the Courage of Ease podcast. Yeah. And that'll be coming soon, early November. And the Courage of Ease is all around the courage it takes to live a life of ease in the modern day society that, values the busyness and the stress over letting it be easy. Yes. And letting it be ease filled. So we'll be exploring all kinds of juicy topics.
Oh, juicy. I love it. I love what you're putting out in the world. Thank you so much, Crystal.
Thank you, Michelle. Love you so much. Thank you so much for this invitation. This was so fun.
So much fun talking with you. Thank you so much. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.